Whakarongo ki te tangi a te korimako. Kōrero flowing out the hook of force. Kaupapa relevant, kaupapa out of bounds, kaupapa exigent, kaupapa paramount. Nā ko nā whakapiri mai ki te kaupapa tino whakahira hira. Whakarongo pi kari kari mai, hare hare mai. O Taringa hare hare mai. We gotta gather up close everybody. Gather up close everybody. Kani move that body. Kani move that body.
Kia ora rā tātou katoa, kani move that body. Your body's moving, Tariao.
Ai.
Anei anō mātou tokotoru, ko au, ko Tariao, ko Snow.
Kia ora mai.
Mihi atu ana kia koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Nau mai hoki mai ki tēnei installment of Taringa, brought to you by Te Wānanga o Te Roa. Today's kaupapa is
Te Reo Ōpaki.
Te Reo Ōpaki. And part of Te Reo Ōpaki, well, some of our kiwaha are ōpaki. Not all kiwaha are ōpaki, but today's kiwaha is...
Oa te maka.
How did I know you were going to say that?
Oa te maka.
Oa te maka. Which is a transliteration or phonetic transcription, whatever you want to call it, of over the mark.
Over the mark.
Which means you've gone too far.
OTT.
Out the gate.
Out the gate. Hey, I saw Mere. Sorry, Mere. I don't know why the name Mere always comes. I saw Mere last night, and yeah, she'd been at the pub, and she come home, and she was just, oa te maka.
Oa te maka.
Oa te maka.
Oa te maka.
Or, sometimes you got a mate who tells a joke, but only, they laugh at it, and it's a bit too oa te maka.
Yeah.
Yeah, so oa te maka. I ate too much of oa te maka.
Koe tēnā i ara.
Yep.
Oa te
Bro,
maka.
that was a bit oa te maka. So, koe nā tātou kiwaha, and it fits in with our kaupapa, Te Reo Ōpaki. And Ōpaki is a relatively new kupu, but it means informal, so informal language. So really, pretty much the reo we use every day.
Yeah.
Like we're speaking informal English at the moment, not really formal at all. But I think if we were to look at the groupings of te reo Māori as an ōpaki and ōkawa, we'd look at ōkawa as te reo I runga i te marae and karakia and things like that, whereas ōpaki is the everyday language you use.
Everyday language, yeah.
And also, in reo ōpaki, you'd have kupu ōpaki or kianga ōpaki, which would be our slang that we use in te reo. And like any language, we have a lot of our slang kupu ōpaki. They evolve and they come and go.
Yeah, they are indicative of the times, eh?
Yeah.
Because, te nuinga o a kupu ka whānau mai i te wā o te tamariki. Like I heard one tamariki go, kare au e pi. Like, how tēnā? Te whakarāpopoto te pīrangi.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he just doesn't want to have a mimi.
Nā, he kai mau kare au e pi.
Kare au e pi, so pi for pīrangi.
Yeah.
Want.
Yeah. So the shortening of things. And we do that even with English where, like I was saying. So we're talking kōrero ōpaks.
Yeah.
And everyone's name gets done like that and yeah.
Ōpaks.
Very, very indicative of the time, I believe.
That's a good place to start really with our tamariki rangatahi.
Yeah.
Ko etahi o ngā kōrero ōpaki. And whether that's a way of speaking, I mean, one that I was hearing a lot of, but I'm not hearing it anymore, is when you ask a child, kua mahi koe tō mahi, and they go, kua.
Aye, that was a generation or one or two ago, that was saying that.
Do you do that, Tariao?
God,
Did you used to?
I cannot remember.
Kei te.
Keite.
Oh, keite,
Kei te mai koe o mai.
I'm doing it.
Kei te. Yeah.
Which is really funny because you wouldn't hear anyone go, e ana.
E ana, yeah.
So I suppose that shows the evolution of a language or ōpaki, and whether you like it or not, it's here to stay.
Yeah.
I think one of the things today of te reo ōpaki is te reo hangarau.
Aye.
So the language we use in technology, and particularly social media. And one that's popularised now is KTK.
Aye, KTK, yeah.
It's become quite normalised. So those of you that don't know, KTK stands for Kino Te Kata, which means, laughing out loud. LOL.
Wahaha.
Yeah. So KTK is one.
KTK, yeah.
And te reo hangarau, I've got a few friends, they do the EPAK.
Oh, yeah, how
which is
tēnā.
Epefe ana koe.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's reo ōpaki and te reo hangarau. Yeah. What about some of our, like oa te maka, which is a kiwaha we talked about? What are some other sayings i roto i te reo Māori that we would class as ōpaki?
Ōpaki.
And kupu ōpaki slang.
There's heaps.
Yeah, there's heaps.
It's a bit of a jinxing one. It's like, tell me a joke. I know heaps, but they're all gone.
Yeah.
Like, I know heaps, man, but you'll just have to find me saying it. One we used to say at school was mate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if you do something all the time,
yeah.
ko haere ia, mate. They always do that.
And was that for mate?
Nah means kill.
Oh,
You're
kill.
thrashing it. Oh, mate.
Oh, true.
right.
Yeah, we used to call detention utu. Nā tūrero flevo e tēnā kupu. And we go, oh, mate on utu. This fella's mate.
okay.
If that fits that, but that's one was there, yeah.
Ko koe te mea tamariki o tātou.
Ai.
What are some
Yeah.
of the ones that you remember? Or
I
that
think ko te nuinga he mea whakawhiti.
Right.
Like, kill,
Kill.
kill,
Yeah.
Kill.
kia ora kill.
Well, we've got the kill is gill.
Yeah.
Sometimes I use poi.
Yeah.
But we've got the man in the room that's from
Yeah,
Te Iwi
yeah.
Whakawhiti.
Oh,
They've got all of them.
Te katoa e.
And I remember, I'll be honest, I remember when I first started hearing those years ago and they were quite new to me. I used to have a little chuckle, but
Yeah.
they're cool.
they're
I like
cool.
them, mate.
Yeah, yeah.
My
I've always
favourite.
wanted to talk about that is because everyone's like, oh, te reo whakawhiti, and who said it? One of them said it. It goes, oh, kei te whakamaori au I te reo Pākehā. But if you look at it from their point of view, these are native speakers, so English is new to them.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
and once I understood it from that point of view, I was like, oh, it's all right for, say I'm talking about native speakers and not just from the north of the wall, but their perception of te reo Pākehā would be different to ours.
Yes.
You know, so
Absolutely.
it's a very unique perspective, which, once it dawned on me, I was like, that's why mea krini, mea pru, ngā keke.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, oh, man,
Yeah.
almost fresh.
Yeah, I remember the first time I heard karani mama and
Yeah.
karani
I
pa.
love that.
Karani pa, karani ma. And I
Yeah.
was like, what?
Yeah, I like to use authentic Māori words as much as I can.
Yeah.
But you go to some places and they're like, haha.
Yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
krani ma, krani pa, aku pū. Pū
Yeah.
they use up there too. I don't know if it's a
What is it?
pū for your grandparents.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
no, I
yeah.
think that's an old word.
That's an old word, eh?
Yeah, te pū, te mōhio.
Oh, yeah,
He
yeah.
pū tēnā
true.
tangata.
Yeah, yeah.
Nā e kupu tawhito tērā.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I still hear the odd, I think closely after te taitokera or Ngāpui will follow Tūhoi, because Tūhoi have a lot of words like that too.
Yeah, yeah.
And I remember a tangi I went to and I said to my mate, it was Rangi Mātāmua, and he was in the kitchen and I asked him what was for dinner and he says to me, oh, tiu e ho.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh man, this must be some old traditional kai from Te Urewera or something. Te tiu. And then when we went for dinner, it was stew.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, tēnā.
Yeah, te tiu, but it's a real tūhoi. Well, I've heard
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tiu mo te for stew.
Yeah.
You know, it's something that our tūpuna done, from way back.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm reminded of Te Waiata Puhi Wahine,
Aye.
Ka eke ki Wairaka. And she was, one of the predominant composers of her time. So from the 19th to the 20th century, that was her time of composing. And she used a lot of those loan words, nā kupu whakawhiti e kore o nei tātou. So in ka eke ki Wairaka, you've got tiapu for jump, pair for pair, P-A-I-R.
Yep.
And in one of her other songs, she alludes to, and it was a song really in retaliation really to a gossip about her on the marae, because she was a woman of high rank. She could pretty much have any man she wanted.
Yep.
And she was known to point at men when she would go to different marae for them to be a bedmate for her. Not so much sexual, but to keep her bed warm.
Yeah, yeah.
Warm for the night. Yeah, we'll use that. And anyway, apparently...
It's so fair.
Yeah. Apparently there was some gossip going on the marae, and they were deliberating who she had and hadn't slept with. So she stood up and sang the song. And she pretty much named the lucky gentleman in the song. And every verse was dedicated to one person.
Oh, wow.
And she goes into talking, it's quite neat, her composition. Anyway, the last verse, because she ended up marrying a Pākehā, of course, the Goti, koene te...
Oh, the Goddies.
Yeah. And anyway, her verse goes, Piofa kohoma hu toro yu kamu mai prehi pi kwaeta.
I like it.
Yeah. So be off, go home. Who told you to come to my place? Please be quiet. Prehi pi kwaeta.
Pretty big.
Well, and you wouldn't.
Now, that might be a bit o te
understand.
maka to some people.
Yeah,
Right.
but but if you hadn't known, or if you haven't learned ear, and if it was in the form of waiata
Yeah.
tawhito, you'd be like, oh,
Yeah.
must be.
Yeah.
That's how they start all the sentence. Oh, they must be
Yeah.
hanga tahito tēnā.
I think too, in the use of, I think when people start learning te reo,
Yep.
is they shouldn't think that there is a time and a place for ōpaki and ōkawa.
Yes.
But sometimes they meet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for instance, if I'm speaking on the marae, while I'm speaking ōkawa, sometimes I might chuck in a kōrero ōpaki in there.
Yes, yeah.
Or kupu ōpaki, like piki, or one I've found, I've just realised I use a lot is waita taima.
Yep. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I waita taima tērā. I just think that sounds better than momo wā.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so too.
And what momo means to me as Māori
Yep.
is different to waita taima.
We wait the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it's I think you're dead right there where it pertains to the kōrero, pertains to the timing and all that as well. Like how you spoke, I remember you spoke at Erima's tangihanga and I kōrero koe pāna ki te hononga a taunu ki Ngāpuhi, I piki, what do you say, I piki praina reitu.
Ai,
Haere me uauna and I piki praina ia.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, see? So instances like that where it meets and it suits.
Yeah. And definitely when I'm up north, I
Yeah.
do sort of tend to do a bit more of that.
Yeah, yeah. It's almost what is it? Sanctioned.
Yeah.
It's sanctioned. Like you
Yeah.
hear taku
Then you
whanaunga.
get the, he's talking my language. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
sort of
yeah,
a thing.
yeah. Hey, you're not bad there, Glowing. You're not bad.
So I think that's a big part of the I roto e te reo Māori
Yeah.
is the appreciation for everything in any language,
Yes.
but i te reo Māori, and don't get a lot of people, they concentrate on te reo ōkawa only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And think, and yet ko te reo ōkawa, koe nā te reo whai mana,
Ai.
you know, o tātou o te Māori, but he mana tonu tō te reo ōpaki, he wairua tonu tō te ōpaki. One thing I find interesting and I wanted to bring up in this discussion was recently we were having a wānanga about Reo Ōkawa and Reo Ōpaki. This was at te Panekiretanga, and Pou was facilitating this kōrero. And he had asked the question, which has the most mana, te Reo Ōkawa and te Reo Ōpaki? And we had a debate. And then I kōrero mātai mo te Reo Ōpaki, and he was talking about te Reo Ōpaki. O na tūpuna. And then somebody said, te reo o te kauta,
Yes. Yeah.
which has become a popular expression
Yeah.
for te reo ōpaki. And for those of you that don't know, te reo o te kauta is the kauta were a place, they were like homes really.
Yeah.
And they were cooking sheds, but they were homes. And that's where a lot of discussions took place. And te reo o te kauta, people have been using now to describe te reo ōpaki.
Ōpaki, yes.
Slang and things like that. So anyway, this person just said, te reo o te kauta, and Pou turned around and said to them, I roto i te reo Māori, ka mei, kare koe mōhio hea te reo o te kauta.
Yeah.
Ai, he wā tōna, he reo ōpaki, engari he wāno tōna i noho ngā kuia nā korua ki te wānanga i roto i te kauta.
Ai, yeah.
And I found that really interesting. And so
Yeah.
anyway, he said, te reo kauta isn't necessarily always te reo ōpaki. And there was a lot of instances when he remembers as a boy that they spoke about lots of take in the kauta. So I think that'd be a good something to park there and people to have a think
Yeah.
about, because I know that's become quite a popular
And because
expression.
you don't want when some kupu take on a new mauri, and where it's like, well, that's not true. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it's so true. And side note, if you want to get to know the people of the marae, you want to know the gossip, go into the kauta.
That's right.
Make the bossy lady. The bossy lady, she's the one that you make a cup of tea for first, and then you get to know all the secrets.
Yeah.
You get to have the cream and the freshly hot fried bread. That's one way into the kauta.
Yeah. Well, some of the reo ōpaki we use I roto i te reo i ēnei wā, we don't use in English anymore.
Oh, yes.
So, for instance,
yeah.
kua taka te kapa, you know, which means kua marama, you know, kua taka te kapa means the penny has dropped,
Yeah.
which means you've clicked. But I mean, I don't really, in English, I know I don't say the penny dropped.
Yeah.
But I use kua taka te kapa
Yeah.
quite a lot I roto i te reo Māori.
And I mean, that's why it's important for some of those to be remembered, but you can imagine how hard it is to understand if you haven't ever had a penny
Yeah.
or something dropped, you know.
Yeah.
So how can you imagine things, especially when we use kupu whakarite and stuff like that? We could be talking about manu or rākau that we have never seen.
Yeah.
But I do believe that they should still be used, but probably to be understood better. Just like, Reo Ōpaki, indicative of the time, to be o te maka.
Yeah. O te maka. So koena e tehi āhuatanga o nā kianga, o nanahi me nāia nei, o i roto i te reo Ōpaki.
Yep.
There's some that are quite, like you wouldn't say in public.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say on here either.
Yeah.
So again, it's being careful. We've sort of talked about, and we had a session on kiwaha, and said make sure you know the right time and place to use the kiwaha.
Biggest thing, eh?
Yeah, and some of the Ōpaki is like that. I think that's another misconception or misunderstanding out there, is that all kiwaha are Ōpaki.
Yep, I've made that same mistake.
Yeah, that's wrong. Not all kiwaha are Reo Ōpaki. There's a lot of kiwaha that aren't, actually.
Yep.
So I wouldn't say that kiwaha is te Reo Ōpaki at all. But some of the kiwaha, kotaka te kapa, o te maka. Another one we use a lot is waku waku I te tau o te kāho.
Kia tēnei a te kāho.
Barrel.
Oh.
Yeah, so scraping the bottom of the
Yeah,
barrel.
yeah.
That's used quite a bit. Waku waku I te tau o te kāho. So there's sayings, and again, that's another one, like, you wouldn't hear that much these days, I think, scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
I roto I te reo Pākehā. I think a lot of te reo Ōpaki is the sounds
Yes.
as well.
Yep. Like,
So
you mean the one syllable?
Yes. Say that.
Ai.
Ai.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ha.
Oh, man, I remember I've got an auntie and that's all she had to say for you to go, oh,
Yeah.
something's gone wrong.
Yeah.
Or the hate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Māori hate.
Is the other one we use quite a lot.
Yeah.
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 Hey. Well, you're doing something and someone goes, hey, and you're like, oh, I must be doing something wrong.
Yeah.
My nan, she used to say ai a lot, and if she was really taken by surprise, or depending on what it was, she'd be like, ai.
Oh, yeah. Our one was on my grandmother's generation. They used to go, oh, ai. But always in the, te rangi o te whakawhiu. Sometimes that was, it meant, oh, I'm not surprised, or like, oh, ai.
Yeah. One my mum and them used to use when they used to be having a yarn, they always said, "Can I bring up have a yarn?" One they always use was Neina.
Neina.
Yeah, so, I was talking to Mere the other day. So Mere come back in again. And she was telling me about how she was going up to Auckland, and then she went there and Neina. And
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So like, I think it means it's like et cetera.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bit of a tatara.
Yeah.
tararara.
Yeah. Tararara. Neina, and teme is another one.
Teme.
Yeah, teme. Yeah, that can be used in a lot of ways as well. Those are he reo Ōpaki era.
Yeah.
Conversational,
What I
everyday
like
language.
about those things that they can have two sides to it. They're not just fixed to some one meaning.
Yeah.
And so when you're trying to explain it, you're just like, what does neina mean?
Yeah.
Oh, neina. That's what it means. That's all I got for you for that. Yeah. Neina. Me and my toro, cause koira taku hua reo Māori, taku kotiro, and I like to pigeon it up a bit. Because whenever ka pātoto tētai ki te tomato kuaha koinena. That's what it's.
Koinena.
Oiaua, koinena. Yeah, so there's our little Ōpakis of the home.
Aye.
And you can tell how that can happen with groups that sit alone for a while.
Yeah.
You create your own reo, your reo within your reo.
Yeah, reo within a reo.
Reo within a
Definitely,
reo.
a lot of the etahi o nā kōrero Ōpaki, no roto mai tētahi rōpū I roto I tētahi huinga. So, the language you use with your friends.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's some things myself and others we use, but I wouldn't use it with others. They wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aha ko te reo Māori tonu.
Yeah.
Even though it's te reo. Yeah, and sayings and things like that.
Yeah, understanding nuances, idioms.
Koina e te kōrero mo te reo Ōpaki, he kōrero anō a tātou?
Kare kore ka oho au te haora ata hapara me ngā whakarongo.
I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
We don't want to be too go o te maka.
Yeah.
Ko tēnei kōrero he introduction, and just have a little chat about te reo Ōpaki. Hoi anō, maybe koutou te hunga whakarongo, you might hear some expressions and things like that within your whānau or other speakers. I know people that are learning te reo, we're all learning te reo. I say we never finish learning, but people that have probably started on their te reo journey and they've learnt a lot of stuff by the book or in the book, and then they're sort of confronted with some native speakers of te reo or good speakers of te reo Māori, and sort of everything in the book goes out the door.
Yes. Yes, it does. Yeah.
You know, and like if there's a conversation going on and it's got lots of kiwaha, lots of Reo Ōpaki and slang and things like that, can get quite lost and can be a bit daunting. So you've learned all this te reo way. And
how can you use a stative with a hangu? How, like, what's happened there?
Yeah.
And especially with kiwahai.
Yeah, there's no
probably-
rules, They almost go out the door.
Yeah. So kia kaha koutou. There's lots of whakaata Māori. But I used to like watching the show Pānia done.
Ako?
Ako.
Yeah, that's a cool show.
And I haven't watched Ōpaki.
I think it's pretty good too.
Yeah.
I think I've watched.
Sorry, Pānia, if you're listening. But Ōpaki I've heard is really, really great. So yeah, there's all sorts of places where you can hear te reo Ōpaki.
Yeah.
Pukuhohe is another good one.
Pukuhohe, yeah.
Yeah.
But man, if you're not as quick as they are, it's gonna
Yeah.
Hoia no e te iwi. I think some of this discussion might be a bit too o te maka for Tariao. Hoia no e mihi ana kia koutou katoa. Koe nā tātai kōrero mō tēnei rā, ko te reo Ōpaki. Hea te song e whai ake nei.
Apanui.
Preingia. Apanui? Okay, so this is one of the iwi anthems. No roto mai te whāna Apanui. And I remember the first time I heard this was at a koro nei hana. No reira, e te iwi whakarongo mai. And you know what? Apanui has actually got some of their lots of slang out there.
Aye. Yeah.
And one I've learned is they spell it K-R-A, they say like kro, which is koro.
Oh, kro.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kro. So koro, Kro.
Yeah.
Kro. Kia ora, Kro.
Kia ora, kro.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Go get the broom in the room. That's my crows. The broom, man.
Oia no, anei tā tātou waiata mō tēnei wiki. Whakarongo mai.
Te wiki tōria I runga I te aroha. E ngā iwi aku mihi kia ora koutou katoa. Apanui wiki te ara. Whakatikara Ngā rorira ki wai katoe Te huinga o ngā wakae Kumea Toto I ara Te wiki tōria I runga I te aroha Ngā rorira ki wai katoe Te huinga o ngā wakae Kumea Toto I ara Te wiki tōria I runga I te aroha Te wiki tōria I runga I te aroha
And that is our waiata, Apanui.
Oh, that was a lovely wata.
Yeah.
And it wasn't too o te maka.
Wasn't too, yeah.
No, I don't think we're too o te maka. But now I think my use of o te maka is being
O te
o te
maka.
maka. Hoia no e te iwi e mihi tonu ana mātou kia koutou, ko mātou tēnei ko praone.
Tariao.
Ko snaui.
E mihi atu ana kia koutou, tēnā koutou katoa I o koutou Taringa. Hope you've enjoyed this podcast. Taringa brought to you by Te Wānanga o Te Roa. From our unit, Te Ipuro, our media unit, here in the bustling metropolis of Te Awamutu. We've enjoyed having a kōrero again. We've got the sound effects going on today.
Busy.
Yeah, that might be a bit o te maka.
O te maka.
Hoia no e mihi ana kia koutou katoa, tēnā koutou katoa. Hei ko nā mai.
Hei kona.
Ka kite.
Bit whakarongo pi kari kari. Get the rope close, everybody, buddy. Taringa. Yeah, tahuri mai ki yo. Whakarongo ki te tangi a te korimako. Kōrero flowing out the hook of force. Kaupapa relevant, kaupapa out of bounds. Kaupapa exigent, kaupapa paramount. Nā Nā kona whakapiri mai ki te kaupapa tino whakahira hira whakarongo pi kari kari mai hare hare mai o Taringa hare hare mai. We gotta gather up close everybody, gather up close everybody. Kani move that body, kani move that body.
Taringa, he mea tuku nā te wānanga o Aotearoa. To listen to more episodes, search for us on your podcast app and subscribe. Taringa, whakarongo mai.